Then we are going to discuss parallel combination of resistances. In series combination, we have discussed that resistances are connected from end to end. In parallel combination, we connect a number of resistances between two given points. Let us see it here. We have one resistance here having resistance R1, other one is having R2, yet another one is having resistance what? R3, and we have connected them between 2 points here. One point is A and the other point is B. This combination is called parallel combination of resistances. We are connecting here 3 resistances. Now, we will derive an expression for equivalent resistance of the combination of resistances in what? Parallel combination, right? Imagine we connect a battery out here, a cell or a battery. When the key is closed, you can see a current will be set up in the circuit. Let us say this current is I. Now, this current I will split among these 3 resistances. The current here will be I1, here it will be I2 and it will be I3. And children, if you keep in mind the principle of conservation of charges, then I will be equal to how much? I1 plus I2 plus I3, right? So, we get a very important result here, that in parallel combination, sum of currents across individual resistances is equal to the current supplied by the battery. That is number 1, means I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now, the second thing which is very important is that potential difference across all the resistances will be same. Is an important property in parallel combination, that potential difference across all the resistances will be same. So, let us write it down. We have number 1, potential difference across each resistance is same, and second is current supplied by the battery is equal to sum of currents flowing through individual resistances. Now, we will derive an expression for equivalent resistance, and this is a very important result. Okay. So, I will say let equivalent resistance equals to R, to I is equal to V by R, I1 is equal to V by R1, I2 equals to V by R2 and I3 is equal to V by R3. So, I got I got I1, I1 is current through R1, I got I2 which is current through R2 and I got I3 which is current through R3. Now, if I put all these values here, I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3, put it, then V by R is equal to how much of children? V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Now, if we cancel out V from both sides, then we get 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. If more resistance is there, it will just go on, okay? And here we get very important result. Reciprocal of the equivalent resistance is equal to sum of reciprocals of individual resistances, or if I use sigma notation, I can write 1 by R is equal to sigma 1 by R I1 to N. So, here is the formula that you got for equivalent resistance. Sometimes when you are doing running problems, we will come across 2 resistances, like suppose this is R1 and this is R2, and I have to find out their equivalent resistance. So, will be how much? 1 by R equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Now, if you take LCM, you can write this as R1 R2 and here you get R2 plus R1, that is 1 by R. So, how much is R children? R is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. And remember, this is a shortcut formula which you can directly use if 2 resistances are connected in parallel. For example, suppose I have a resistance here, combination, this is 6 ohm and this is how many ohms? 2 ohm, 3 ohms. I want to calculate how much is the equivalent resistance. So, I will directly use R is equal to 6 into 3 divided by 6 plus 3, which is 18 by 9 by 2 ohms. So, you can directly use in numericals, right. So, here we discussed parallel combination of resistances, and we learnt that potential difference across all the resistances will be same, and sum of currents flowing through individual resistances will be equal to the current supplied by the battery. And one very important thing, suppose here I am doing current here is I1 and current here is I2, potential difference is what? Same. Okay. So, remember here we will be using for sums I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. Why? Because when potential is same, I is equal to V by R. If V is same, then current will be inversely proportional to resistance. So, when we are dealing with problems involving division of current in a parallel combination, then I will be using there I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. Okay. So, make sure you are copying the board work and understanding the full concept. Now, we will see a simple problem on this. Suppose we have a combination like this, 3 ohm, this is 6 ohm, this is 4 ohm, this is a battery, this is a key, we are closing the key. Whenever you are dealing with circuit based problems, you have to draw simplified circuits till you reach the final conclusion in your circuit diagram. In the given, this is a 6 volts battery. The question is, calculate number 1, equivalent resistance, number 2, current supplied by battery, number 3, currents through 3 ohm and 6 ohm, and number 4, PD across 4 ohm. So, simple problems like this may be given to you. Let us discuss. Let us see a solution. See children, first part, 3 ohm and 6 ohm are connected in parallel. 3 ohm and 6 ohm are connected in parallel. I can use direct formula. Either you can use R is equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. 6, 2 plus 1, 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. So, R is equal to 2 ohm, meaning equivalent resistance of 3 ohm and 6 ohm is how much of 2 ohm. Here equivalent has become how many ohms? 2 ohms. Clear? I can draw a simplified circuit diagram, but in these 2 points, let us say I will call this point P, I will call this point Q, I will call this point what? R. Between P and Q you can see there are 2 resistances, one is 3 ohm and the other is 6 ohm, and the resultant how much you got here? 2 ohm. So, here I will draw. Now, this arrow means I am drawing a simplified circuit. This is 2 ohm and this is how many ohms? 4 ohm, and then here I will connect. There is battery, a key, the key is closed, right. So, you can see now that 2 ohm and 4 ohm are connected in series. What the equivalent are? R is equal to 2 plus 4, 6 ohm. So we got the first answer. We have to calculate how much is the equivalent resistance, and we calculate its value is how much? 6 ohm, right? Now second one is current through 3 ohm and 6 ohm. Current supplied by the battery first. So second answer will be I is equal to V by R. So V is how many ohms? 6. Resistance also 6. So 1 ampere. Actually, this battery is supplying how many amperes of current? I, and I is equal to how much? I is equal to 1 ampere. So we did the second part. Now they are saying third part, current through 3 ohm and 6 ohm. Let's try to understand the circuit, children. Current I is traveling up to this point and distributing in these two branches. I'll assume this current is I1 and this current is I2, right? Meaning current through 3 ohm resistance is I1 and through 6 ohm is how much of I2. So I can say here I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1, inversely proportional. So 6 by 2, that is 6 by 3, that is 2. Clear? So what I got? I1 is equal to twice I2. I got I1 is equal to twice I2. I'll call this equation 1. And children, again, I1 plus I2 is equal to how much of I? Yes. I1 plus I2 is equal to I, and I is how much of 1. So I1 plus I2 is equal to how much you got? 1. So there are two equations I got. I1 is equal to twice I2 and I1 plus I2 is equal to 1. So if I put the value, I1 is equal to twice I2 plus I2 is equal to 1. 3I2 is equal to 1. So how much is I2? 1 by 3. I2 is 1 by 3. I got here. Then I1 is how much? Twice I2. So I1 is 2I by 3. So I got I1 and I also got how much is I2. Next thing they ask you to calculate is what is PD across 4 ohm resistance. So you can see here very easily, children, that these currents I1 and I2 will fuse together, they will mix together here, and how much will be the current here? Again I, right? So current through 4 ohm resistance how much here? I. So I'll calculate here PD across 4 ohm, that is V is equal to I into R. How much is I, children? I is 1, R is 4, so 4 volts. Clear? Now if I want to calculate these currents, I can calculate the other way around also. I can calculate potential difference here, like 4, applied potential difference is V. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So potential difference between B and Q, P and Q will be how much here? 2. Yes. Potential difference here across 3 ohm and 6 ohm is how much? 2 volts. So I can calculate I1, 2 by 3 directly, V by R, and I2 will be again, what is that? 6 by 6. No. I1 is equal to 2 by 3 and then 1 minus 2 by 3 I2, how much? 1 by 3. So either way you can calculate how much is the applied voltage. I can do like this also. I2 is equal to, voltage is 2 by 6, 1 by 3. So there are so many ways in which you can calculate, but it is best to calculate if there are two resistances. Best is if you use I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. Okay. Ultimately, when you are doing sums, you can decide how you have to approach. Children will be seeing some cases where we will be having mixed combinations of resistances, and then at the end of this chapter again I will be taking one technical class using exclusive application of important concepts like Kirchhoff's laws, how we use for simplifying electrical circuits and finding equivalent resistance, and also extensive use of symmetry. Right now I will be discussing a few important but simple problems. We have a simple circuit out here. Ten ohm, 20 ohm, 20 ohm, 20 ohm, 20 ohm, and here I have 2 points. One point is A, the other point is B. Otherwise, one point is P, the other point is Q. And then we connect a battery out here. Suppose I am connecting here a 6 volts battery. Clear? So the question is, from the given diagram, calculate number 1, equivalent resistance of the circuit, number 1. Number 2, current supplied by the battery. Actually, children, when I look at this problem, let us say this point is R. Using symmetry about this line, we can see that potential difference across these two is same and across these two is also same. Bear in mind that PT across you can clearly see 20 ohm and this 20 ohm and 20 ohm are same. So, we will redraw the circuit. The circuit will be (20 ohm, 20 ohm), this point R, this point P, and again here we have 20 ohm, 20 ohm, this point Q, here we have 10 ohm, this is again 10 ohm. This is how this circuit is coming to, and here we have connected a battery, that is how many volts? 6 volts, right. So, these two are the same potential, these two are the what? Same potential about this point and about these 2 points. So, you can see children that 20 ohm and 20 ohm how they are connected? Parallel. 20 ohm are in parallel combination. So, what is the equivalent? R is equal to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Clear? So, it will be 20 into 20 divided by 20 plus 20. So, this is 400 by 40, 10 ohm. Similarly, children, so that means Equivalent of this 20 ohm is how many ohms? 10 ohms. Equivalent of these two 20 ohms is also 10 ohms. So I'll be redrawing the circuit. If I redraw the circuit from here, so here I'll be having 10 ohm. Here I'll have how many ohms? 10 ohms. And these two are connected now series. And then here we have 10 ohm. And here also we got how much? 10 ohm. And this is point P, this is point Q. And how many volts I am applying here? 6 volts. Clear? Now children, one more simplification is required. This 10 ohm and 10 ohm are connected in what? Series. So effective 10 ohm is how much of 20 ohms. So we draw the final circuit now here. This is 10 ohm. Series 10 plus 10 is 20 ohms. 20 ohms. This is also how many ohms? 10 ohms. Clear? And here is the battery. Okay, 6 volts. So you can see clearly, children, that 10 ohm, 20 ohm and 10 ohm, how they are connected? They are connected in parallel. So here we will complete these calculations. 1 by R is equal to, we write 10 ohm, 20 ohm and 10 ohm are in parallel. So when you are doing, make sure listen, from here we have come to this simplified circuit, from this we have come to this, and this is the final simplified circuit that we have got. So 1 by R is equal to how much here? 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 10. LCM is 20, 2 plus 1 plus 2, 5 by 20, 1 by 4. So what did you get here, children? 1 by R is equal to 1 by 4. So how much is R? 4 ohm. So we got the first answer. Equivalent resistance of circuit is how many ohms? 4 ohms. Now second part they are saying current supply. So I is equal to V by R. How much is V? 6 by 4, 3 by 2 ampere. So this is a very simple problem we did, but you need to remember that every time you are dealing with the problem, you need to simplify. From that circuit we come to this circuit, from this we come to this, and that is the final circuit we have drawn. Okay. So I hope you have understood it. Let's see another problem. Suppose we connect here one wire, here we connect another wire. This is point P, this point Q, and then here I have connected a battery. And this is suppose 10 ohm, this is maybe 15 ohm, 10 ohm, and this is 5 ohm. Don't think that I have taken multiples for any reason, I have taken just like that. You can take any value, and I am connecting it to a 4 volts battery. Clear? And the problem is calculate number 1 equivalent resistance, and number 2 current supplied by the battery. Current supplied by the battery. Let's name points. I'll take this point as R, and I'll take this point as what? S. Now I can use the concept of distribution of potential. You see, when I use this wire, we will assume that each point on this wire will be at the same potential, okay? Because this wire has got a negligible resistance, it is not shown. Therefore, we conclude that points P and S will be at the same potential. Let us redraw the circuit. Points P and S are at the same potential. Similarly, points R and Q will be at the same potential. So, here we conclude points P and S are at same potential, and similarly points R and Q are at same potential. Clear? So, if you draw this, therefore, the circuit becomes 15 ohm. This is how many ohms? 10 ohms. This is how many ohms? 5 ohms. Okay. This is P, this is Q. P and S are the same. So, S and this is R. Now, the circuit becomes very simple, and here I am connecting how many volts? 4 volts. I can connect any battery. So, you can see that 15 ohm, 10 ohm and 5 ohm, how they are connected, and the next time they will give a problem like this. Remember, this is what you have to think, that these 2 points will be at the same potential, these 2 will be at the same potential, and therefore, these 3 will be in what? Parallel. Okay. So, we have 15 ohm, 10 ohm and 5 ohm are in parallel. So, 1 by R will be how much, children? 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 5. 15 is the LCM, 30 is the LCM, 2, 3, 6. So, how much do you get? 1 by R is equal to 11 by 30. So, how much the equivalent resistance? 30 by 11 ohms. So, we got the first answer, R. Now, the second one is how much is the current supplied by the battery. So, current supplied by the battery I is equal to how much? V by R. And how much, children? V? V is how much? 4. R is how much? 30 by 11. So, it is 4 into 11 by 30, 15. So, we have 22 by 15 amperes. So, this is the current that we got. Okay. Now, I will be saying a problem on pseudo contact where the contact point will not make a difference. Let us see that. Suppose, okay children, let us see another problem involving a pseudo contact method. Actually, we call it pseudo contact. Pseudo contact means, imagine there are 2 wires which are touching at a point here, but this point is not making any difference to their contact. Means there is no division of current at this point. So, what we will do is we remove this point and the wires will be considered into 2 separate circuits here, right. So, we call this pseudo point because this is not going to make any difference to distribution of current. Alright. Let us see this example. We consider a hexagon in which each side is made up of a wire having resistance small r, and diagonally it is connected here R. You can draw the diagram along with me. R, this is also small r. Each wire is having a resistance what? R. This is point P and this is point Q. Okay. Let's answer this diagram. If to understand this, I connect a battery out here. See, this current supplied by the battery will split here into 3 branches. Again, this current will go here and split. One will go like this, the other will come down. Same thing, this current here will come, and then all the current is supposed to fuse here. But when I look at the circuit about line PQ, we find that the lower part is mirror image of the upper part. So we say the circuit is symmetric around which point, which line? PQ. It has a symmetry, actually call it mirror symmetry, and therefore whatever current is coming down this branch will not split here at point O, the same current will go back. If I say this current is I1, then what current will go up here? I1. Now look at this branch. Suppose the current is I3, then I3 will travel out to point O but will not divide. Same current will come back. If current here is I2, I2 will continue to travel straight as I2. So the beautiful thing about this discussion is that current is not dividing anywhere at point O. So O is called pseudo contact, means it is not a real contact, it is not making a difference to distribution of currents. So if it is a pseudo contact, what you will do? Like I taught you here, we will just remove the tips. So I will remove this tip, I can fold it up or I can shorten it. Similarly, I can shorten this, separate it from O. So children, what will be the equivalent circuit like? Let us see what will be the equivalent circuit. Equivalent circuit becomes something like this. This is R, this is R, this is R. Each resistance how much here? R, R. This is also R, R. How much each resistance? Each resistance is R. This is P and this is Q. So it's easy now. This point O is not making a difference to distribution of currents. It's a pseudo point. So I had removed all these contacts. So you can see that R and R are connected in series, and this R and R are connected in what? Series. So I will be writing here R and R are connected in what, children? Series. So their equivalent R is equal to how much? R plus R is equal to 2R. So let us simplify this circuit once again, children. If I simplify this circuit once again, then this becomes what? This resultant becomes 2R. So the circuit becomes something like this: R, 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 R. Okay. This is R, this is R, and this is R. Okay. This is P and this is Q. And here I have connected in series 2R, in parallel 2R. So children, you can see now the circuit is much simplified. This 2R and R, how they are connected? In parallel. 2R and R, how they are connected? In parallel. So I will say 2R and R are in parallel combination. So R will be how much, children? 2R into R divided by 2R plus R. 2R square divided by 3R. So will be 2R by 3. That means the resultant out here is how much here? 2R by 3. So our circuit diagram again becomes, if we simplify, the circuit becomes something like this. This is R, this is 2R by 3, and this is R. And again R and R are in series. So the resultant is how much here? 2R, and this is R, this is 2r by 3 and this is r. So, this is easy to handle children now. Now, r 2r by 3 and r in what? Series. So, I will say r 2r by 3 and r are in series. So, what is the resultant children? R is equal to r plus 2r by 3 plus r. Okay. 3 is LCM, 3r plus 2r plus 3r. So, 8r by 3. That means, effective of this branch full is 8 bar by 3 and effective of this branch full is how much? 8r by 3. So, finally, we draw the simplified circuit out here. This branch is 8r by 3. This is 2r and this is 8r by 3. This is point P and this is point Q. So, how we have connected these three? They are connected now in what? Parallel. So, final answer is 1 by r is 1 by 8r by 3 plus 1 by 2r plus 1 by 8r by 3. So, it becomes 3 by 8r, 1 by 2r, 3 by 8r. Okay. Take LCM 8r, 3 plus 4 plus 3, 6, 10 by 8r. Okay. So, we got 1 by r is equal to 10 by 8r and therefore, r is equal to 8r by 10, 4 and this is 5. So, r is equal to how much you got? 4r by 5. So, children, we discuss a few selective problems on combination of resistances. This was a good problem of practice using pseudo conductivity. Now, let us see one more problem on this. So, make sure that every time you are doing, you are actually able to draw the equivalent circuit, simplified equivalent circuit. As you can see, you are following from diagram 1 to diagram 2, diagram to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and the fifth diagram was the most simplified one, it gave us the answer, right. Okay. So, let us see one more problem. Actually, we will be using the pseudo point concept and the symmetry problems. I will make a video dedicated exclusively to the concept of symmetry, application of symmetry and pseudo point application in electrical circuits for calculating equivalent resistances. Okay. So, let us see this one. Now, here children, each resistance is given to be equal to R. Each resistance is equal to R. And the question is, find equivalent resistance between points P and Q. Find equivalent resistance between points P and Q. If they do not say P and Q, then they can also say equivalent resistance of the circuit. Now, I will regard point this as point X, this as Y and this as Z. When I look at the circuit, then we can see that the circuit is having symmetry about line PQ, which is passing the point Y. And therefore, using the symmetry, we can say that potential of X is equal to potential of Y. Now, solution: potential of X is equal to potential of Y is equal to potential of Z. We know that current always flows from higher to the lower potential, but potential of X, potential of Y, and potential of Z is what? Equal. So, if potential of these points is same, that means there will be no current flowing through which branch? Zx. Therefore, no current flows in branch Zx. Now, it is important, pay attention, no current will flow from X to Z in this case. So, if no current is flowing from X to Z, that means this resistance and this resistance will not work. Okay? It will not work, then what will be the simplified circuit like? Let us see. If I remove this, then the circuit becomes something like this. This is P and this is Q. This branch, like this X, Y, Z is off. Okay. Here we got resistance R. We got resistance R. This is R. This is R. 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 This is also R each. Now let us try to interpret this diagram. I already did earlier in the first problem that these two are in parallel combination, because potential of this point, potential difference across this and this is same, potential difference across these two is also same, therefore these two will be in parallel and these two will also be in what? Parallel. So, if we simplify, then the circuit becomes something like this. This is R and this is R. Now, this point Y, R, this is R. Okay. And then this is R and R, both in series. R and R resultant is how much? 2R. R and R resultant is also 2R. Okay, children, let's work out. Now, R and R in what? Parallel. Pay attention. R and R in parallel. So, the resultant is how much? R by 2. There is R and R also in parallel. The resultant is how much? R by 2. Resultant of these two will be R into R divided by R plus R. R square by 2R. So, it is R by 2. So, this is R by 2 and R by 2. So, let us redraw the circuit diagram. This is 2R, this is R by 2, this is R by 2, okay. And how much is this? This is 2R. This is point P and this is point Q. So, children, now this R by 2 and R by 2, how they are connected? They are connected in series. So, the resultant is R by 2 plus R by 2. R by 2 plus R by 2 is equal to R. Okay. So, finally, we come here, redraw the circuit. 2R, R, and this is 2R. Okay. This is P and this is Q. And children, finally, we can see that 2R, R and R, they connect in what? Parallel. So, how much will you get? 1 by R is equal to 1 by 2R plus 1 by R plus 1 by 2R. So, take LCM is 2R, 1 plus 2 plus 1. So, we have 4 by 2R is 2 by R. So, how much is R? R is equal to R by 2. So, children, we discussed some technical problems out here. And these were conceptual problems actually, where we learnt about symmetry and also about pseudo contact point. So, go through all these sums. Okay. In the next class, We will be discussing this in more detail. Extensive applications of symmetry, Kirchhoff's laws and pseudo points. Okay. Thank you very much.